Hey y'all, welcome back to another edition of Undercover Brand Reviews, and this episode was awesome! Like,
Uh,
what do you mean, eh?
it, Go on.
This
Go on.
episode was, oh my god, holy crap, this episode kicked so much freaking, like, face. It kicked so much tail, so much plot. The characters were awesome, that song was cool, the layouts were awesome, the animation looked like great and stuff. The facial animations look so like awesome, and like Rarity's like over the topness just complements that so great. There were funny moments, there were awesome moments, and the writing just seems so like human,
Okay.
like and it really hit home with its messages. I mean, we're gonna walk through the plot like we always do, but like, oh my
Mhm.
god, the episode was so good.
And this is probably going to be the first of any episode where we kind of disagree on quite a few points.
Go on. Give a brief little summary like I did, then we'll go into the
Okay.
plot.
Okay. I do agree that the episode did have believable characters and a pretty decent moral, but honestly, I'm not a huge Rarity fan, and it kind of showed through, especially with the generosity song. The fact that she's like, they're really trying to hammer it in that she's generous.
Yeah, even I gotta admit, I thought it was hilarious how the song just slowly became like super vain.
Mm,
Like she's like, Rarity, why do you have such an awesome heart? And not, it wasn't that, but like I'm like,
yeah.
okay, almost ruined the point of the song, but it was still a nice song.
Okay. So, okay, let's kind of go through it, and I'll kind of put my points of conjecture out there as we go along. Um, so yeah, why don't you start off the episode, Mr.
Okay,
Snakeskin?
so we're at the train station, and the doctor makes his first background appearance,
Yippee!
and or wibbly wobbly, whatever you Hoovians say to each other. Um, so they're at the train station, and when they're at the train station, Rarity brings up to her friends. She's well, first Spike's dragging her bags around, and then she,
As per usual.
as yeah, oh my god, could Spike get friend zoned any harder?
I know, right?
Poor kid.
I
Anyway,
know.
so she's talking to her friends, and Twilight's like, "Of course we'd go with you to Fashion Week," and I'm like, "Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a thing now, I guess." And
Mm-hmm.
Rarity surprises them with tickets to this thing called what's it called? A Yelp in the Hills or something? Hooves in the
Yes.
Hills.
Honestly, I just kind of called it the sound of
Right,
music.
yeah, right. That was totally a sound. I mean, yeah, it was totally a Sound of Music thing. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So, and it's in this scene where you kind of get where I was saying earlier about some of the some of the animations, like with the movements and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly the little things, because it's the little things that matter. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then they get on the train, and then then they go to Manhattan. By the way, they're going to Manhattan because
Mm-hmm.
it's called Rarity Takes Manhattan. Then they
Mm-hmm.
arrive in Manhattan, and then Rarity's like, Irma Gerd, Mer Hurt, and sure Ursham.
Mm-hmm.
And
And she's constantly going on about if you give something, you're gonna get something in return, which I don't think that's true in actual Manhattan.
yeah, because she got the tickets for her buddies because she made dresses for the Sound of Hooves play.
Winnie
Uh,
on the Hills, I think it was called.
yeah, the clockmaker and the hoof taker, whatever. Um, yeah, and she's like, yeah, I made the coats for them, the costumes for them, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, because screw being nice just for the sake of being nice.
Definitely.
Then we get the song, which made possibly unintentional vainness aside, I thought it
Mhm.
sounded good, and I thought the visuals looked pretty rad with it.
Okay. Well, here's my first point of conjecture about this episode. Okay, with this song, yeah, it's an all right song. Certainly not my favorite of the season. That has to go to Bats because that song was just awesome.
Oh, you mean the
Um,
song where it talks about killing things?
well,
No, no,
just the
I
fact
understand
that
that, dude. That's metal.
I know it's so metal.
Stop the bats. It's too brutal.
Anyway, anyway, back to what I was saying. Really, with this song, okay, really, I'm just going to say this right now. Honestly, it's kind of a contest between Rarity and probably between Rarity and Rainbow Dash. That they're the two ponies that don't really embody their elements too well.
Only when it suits them. Not suits them. Only when they have to.
Yeah, because honestly, Applejack's, she's always been truthful. Twilight, obviously, because she is magic based.
Pinkie
Pinkie,
Pie's
because she's
always
always
laughing.
happy. She's always laughing and is happy. Fluttershy is always kind to everyone and always tries to look at the positive of everything.
And
Dash is kind of loyal when she needs to be, but she's just brash and, let's be
I
honest, a
think,
bitch sometimes.
yeah,
And Rarity, any single time. Literally, the only episodes where she's ever been generous has been her episodes. That's it.
yeah, she wasn't. I wouldn't say she was generous like a lot in like Sleepless in Ponyville, but
Hmm.
um, I was gonna say about Rarity though. Like I don't know, I was one of those people that didn't like Rarity a lot. Like when I first started watching the show, but then in
Hmm.
Dog and Pony Show, I was like Ermagerd Rarer.
Hmm.
But and it did make me kind of think. I mean, Rarity. I mean, while she has, I won't say she's developed the farthest out of the main six. She definitely has done some of the most like developing. Well, when you break it down, who's really developed as characters? I mean, we know who they are. We know who their individual
Hmm.
personalities are. We know what their quirkinesses are like. But like, who out of all of them, except for small things like Dash's reading or something like that, out of all of them, which one of them have really changed at all?
Uh, Probably just Twilight, but that was more forceful in the context of the show. Pinky definitely because she already she's already oozing with depth, and they've definitely explored a lot of that. Applejack, pretty much not really all that much depth. I mean, I understand there's a lot of people that really like Applejack, but honestly, she hasn't had a phenomenal episode in a while, besides maybe Bats. But it just shows her stubbornness showing through again. And Rarity, I kind of see where she's coming from, but at the same time, it's like it really felt forced, especially in this episode to me.
Well, that being said, she has to go to the Rarity's got to go to this fashion meeting, and then
Hmm.
I don't know why, but when she goes there, she because she has to rush there, so she's hailing for a taxi.
Hmm.
Um, and by the way, I am really disappointed to not see a Max Payne pony, but just
Yeah, we got freaking 4chan pony, Grumpy Cat pony, and a Neon Lights freaking alicorn. Where the heck is our freaking Max Payne pony?
where's Max Payne and where is Peter Pony Parker? Pony Parker, where's Pony Parker? But anyway, so she hails a taxi and she gets there. And I don't know why, but I found the secretary that worked at the front desk for some reason just adorable. Like with her color, like I guess with her color scheme, whatever, and her glasses. But her voice,
Hmm.
she had this light lispy voice. I don't know
Hmm.
why. It kind of reminded me of the secretary from Ghostbusters. Well,
Hmm.
the one she kind of droned on like this whenever she talked. You ever seen
Hmm.
Ghostbusters?
I've seen bits and pieces. Haven't seen the whole thing though.
Oh, well, anyway, yeah, she was cute. But then she goes into the hall. She forgot her dresses, but Pinkie Pie had them shipped over.
Hmm.
She meets the lady in. By the way, I just gotta really point out. I remember like, except for like one of them, I remember none of the like Manhattan ponies in this episode. I mean, I liked it, and I've watched this episode like at least twice by now. But
Hmm.
like, I just can't remember. Like one of them's like mint, like something cocoa. But anyway, the head.
Coco Camille or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, the head pony in charge reprimands her for being 15 seconds early instead of 15 minutes.
Hmm.
So,
Now here's my question. Couple things actually. First off, going back to the previous scene when she's trying to hail a taxi, Alicorn Princess Twilight Sparkle asks for a freaking cab and a commoner shuns her. Where is our continuity?
where's the 12 years? Where's the 12 years of dungeons?
Yeah, I honestly I saw this video from I believe it was Jake Wyman, who does like the Game Grumps animated.
Damn grumps.
Yeah, yeah, he does the Ponified Game Grumps. But anyway, uh, what's so funny is the I think the title was called She is a Princess After All. It played that scene where the guy's like, they have to wait in line like everyone else, and then all of a sudden it switches to the Diamond Dog Dungeons where Twilight's holding the scepter and the cape is behind her and the door shuts like 12 years dungeon, yes.
Yes, 12 years
Um,
dungeon. 12 years dungeon, no bail.
all right, let's go, let's move it. Um,
You're
but
just giving me
also
more fuel for my reaction video for the Brony Base Cannon series, dude.
good, good. Anyway,
Oh,
it'll
gee.
be awesome. And then also,
If I could point
here,
out real quick though, the lady,
okay.
the lady that was in charge of the fashion thing, was it just me or did she seem like extra horse-like? Like actual horse
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like with her appearance
I,
and the flicking of the tail.
I definitely saw that. But she also reminded me of like maybe it's the long lost sister of Miss Harshwini. A lot of the same expressions and stuff.
Oh, that would have been funny.
Oh, Miss Harshwini, good to see you again.
Oh, it's so good to see you too, Nigel. I mean, Miss Fashion Lady. Not every British person is named Nigel. I'm sorry. Their
Oh,
name's
simply smashing.
Smashing. Had the Nigel Thornberry, biggest nose of all time. I swear to God. But
And also the creator of the meme of My Little Smashing.
oh my God. Or Magikarp you splash smashing smash splash or something.
Hmm.
I forget
Anyway,
splashing. But so Rarity runs into
splashing.
splashing. Magikarp you splashed. It was effective for once in ever. But so Rarity runs into an old acquaintance from a knitting club because apparently, they're all like physically more or less 15 to like 20, mentally going on 75.
Here's my question. I honestly thought that mare to be more of a long lost friend to Granny Smith than anyone else.
That would have made sense.
Yeah.
But and so I swear, and this lady that voices the bad, well, she turns out to be the bad guy because it's a trap. She what was her name? Like Buttons or something? No, little Smith,
Uh,
Snoot Von Snootingham? No.
it's
Anyway,
something.
I swear she took inspiration for her voice acting from Kristen Wiig or something. But
Yeah, because it's
but
like, yeah, hey, you gotta make it big in the city, okay? Oh
okay.
my
Well,
God.
when she said MK, I just thought of Mr. Mackey from South Park. Drugs are bad, okay? You gotta learn how to make it in the big city, okay? Okay, okay. Um, So Rarity's like, I use this bitchin' fabric for my stuff, and then
Which
she,
that reminded me so much of Chowder, like the
yes,
animation.
I thought Chowder too, dude. Chowder or Misadventures of Flapjack, but
They've only used that kind of animation once before, and it was in Owl's Well That Ends Well when Pinky throws Spike that blanket, that it had that same little animation
yeah, I
style.
don't know what animators have to do to make stuff look like that, but that animation style always looked awesome because it's like, wait, is the pattern actually moving or is the shirt just moving? It's like it's messing with my head.
Yeah,
Like the
but
design, like
but
everyone's like clothes and Chowder, like Chowder's shirt and everything. It's like, what is something actually not what?
yeah.
Ugh.
But
I'm
anyway,
not your boyfriend.
the dresses are just really beautiful.
They're
So
pimping.
basically, Miss Bitchy Pants asks for. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud?
Dude,
Um,
did your
I mean
Tourette's?
Miss Coco's master
Yeah, because
asks
she has
to use asks to use the Rarity's fabric as quote unquote accents.
an accent,
Yes,
an accent,
accentuate.
an accent like Bruno. Hi, I'm Bruno. So yeah, so that happens, and Ray's like, yeah, sure, I'll be nice. So then she shows up the next day. Um, she shows up the next day with her collection, and then because she and she said this earlier in the show with the train station, it's something that is shimmers but is not too bright. It's something fitting but not
Not
fattening or something.
clingy.
Yeah,
It's fitting but not clingy.
it sounded
Um,
revolutionary.
um, Sparkly but not showy,
Yeah,
something like that.
and so
Anyway,
and as she's repeating that, because that's how she describes it to the lisping assistant.
the lisping receptionist.
Yeah. As she's about to finish it, what's her name? Bitch McGee. Is
Hmm.
talking in is talking in the big room to the boss lady, and she says the exact same thing because that's what
Hmm.
Rarity told her. And then Rarity looked like she wanted to smack a bitch because she's like, "You said you only needed it for accents, not for your whole collection."
Hmm.
And then we find out that her assistant like made all of that in like a night at short notice. And I'm thinking
Yeah.
to myself, damn, that kid's got talent. You're gonna go
Yeah.
far, kid.
Yeah. With
So
1,000 lies and a good disguise, you know.
did you come up with
Just
that?
saying.
So so
Because you hit those accenting or whatever right between the eyes. Okay, okay, I'm done. I'm done.
so, so anyway, so
Offspring reference.
oh jeez. So Rarity's devastated, especially after you know after what's her name basically tells Rarity, yeah, I used you. You gotta do whatever it takes in this town, and like,
Hmm.
and she basically tells her to shove her generosity. She runs out crying, and then she
Hmm.
goes, and then it cuts to the hotel room, the main six, which I love the fact that Rainbow Dash had an I Heart Manhattan hat.
That is totally like a Dash. I'm like, yes.
That's totally like a souvenir in New York too.
Honestly, if they were in Las Pegasus, it would probably be Dash with a hat that says "I pwn Vegas."
Dude, if Las Pegasus is what I think it is, and it's inspired by Las Vegas, then she's coming back with an STD.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
And
Okay,
it
let's let's back away slowly from that topic, okay?
what? Am I too much internet for you?
Uh, I I go shipping, but I don't know if that would be crossing a ton of lines or not.
Anyway, anyway, so
Well, okay, okay.
really quick,
It's
so
okay if it's 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 okay if it's another reason for Flutterdash moments.
Yeah, Flutterdashism. So the main six are entering their hotel room, and really quick, I want to point out, Pinkie Pie says they're going to have dinner at a tavern. A
uh,
tavern's a
and
bar.
why is Applejack talking about the spa? Like
Yeah,
she's looking forward to it.
yeah. She's like we have to go to the spa to get our hair done and styled, and I'm like, well, thanks for
Do,
screwing up continuity, woman.
do I guess really that that Ponyville Confidential, her little back rub massage thing really kind of softened her a bit.
I guess. Oh, so Rarity did affect her character. Symbolism. You're
more
not taking that
more
from me.
Rara Jack.
Rarity Jack, girl. So Rarity comes in, and I need to point this out about Rarity. She comes in, has like total breakdown, which is hilarious. But that's the thing.
Mhm.
Rarity is the only character in the show to have a mental breakdown, and it's hilarious. When Twilight does it, everyone drops what they're doing, and bronies like me make fun of her on reaction videos. When
Mhm.
Applejack has a breakdown, she loses sleep, and everyone's like, dude, you need help. When Pinkie Pie is sad, she goes
You
schizophrenic.
better run.
Yeah, you better run. No, I already said Twilight. When Fluttershy, has a breakdown,
Run
it's
again, even harder
just
this
just
time.
breaks my heart.
Yeah.
But when Rarity has a breakdown, it's a source of comedy in the show. It's like
I,
it doesn't matter who's writing her. It's like they know if it's Rarity, it's gonna get a laugh, whether you feel bad about it or not.
honestly, I think this is I will give the episode credit to this. This is probably the funniest breakdown I've ever seen from Rarity.
Yeah,
Her hyperventilating was so freaking adorable.
that hyperventilation.
Oh my gosh. Oh, heart, please start up again. Oh my
Con.
god.
Um.
Rarity.
so the main six are like, check it, dude. You totally need to bounce back from this. Applejack's like, buck up, broad. And then Rarity looks around the hotel room, and then and I'm not sure if you can legally do this without having to pay for it later, but like what she does, she grabs a bunch of appliances in the hotel room, and she's just like, stitch it together, stitch, stitch, chop, chop,
You know what's funny
spit
though?
spot, and off we
Here's what I'm
go.
wondering. Honestly, I think off screen, she probably pulled a Gabriel Iglesias where she went down
And got a
and
bunch of fried chicken.
no, and got and like had the hotel employees, especially that bellhop
Oh,
guy,
jeez.
help her with. Oh, you gotta have keys on that thing. You should totally have the lampshade as like an accenting hat. It'd be like so cool.
And you know what's funny? That's exactly what she does.
Oh, you gotta have the keys on there.
Oh my god. But then
Anyway,
but then
so
we cut to the very next shot, the very next frame. And then Rarity's running a Chinese workhouse
honestly, that
sweatshop.
okay, wait. She is one step closer to the dot mauve cannon.
Oh my god, I didn't oh jeez.
She's using the main six now, but wait, she's gonna get big and she's gonna have illegal Mexican immigrants.
Oh jeez. She better stay. All I'm gonna say is she better stay away from a few of my cousins. Um, yeah, I'm leaving that one alone.
So, do you mind if I give this next one a go?
Go.
Okay, so basically, it's showing the different things that the main six are doing for him. Like you have Applejack folding the fabric, you have Twilight snipping out the pieces, you have Fluttershy sewing, which I definitely see. You have Dash spooling the thread, which was kind of interesting. And honestly, that little toe tap she was giving with the pedal to make the spool keep wrapping around, that was adorable too.
That was
Um,
funny.
and basically, Rarity's going around. And she's just like, yes, that's it. Keep making it like this. And basically, Twilight interjects and says, hey, we were gonna have lunch. Did you order lunch? Did you order dinner for us?
It'll
Yes,
be
it'll be
here in an
here.
hour.
And then it's like, but that's when we're supposed to see Winnie on the Hill.
And
And
oh
then,
jeez.
then another freaking great performance by Tabitha St. Germain, where she goes around and she's just like, well, if I you ask me, and how do you repay me? Oh, just go to your little show. Congratulations, isn't friendship magic? And when I heard that congratulations, I'm like, oh,
Did
I
she just
love.
drop the F bomb?
Okay, we've seen it before. Apparently, the F bomb is fine with both pony and feather because in putting your hoof down, Fluttershy's like with pointless pursuits that no pony else gives a flying feather about. So,
Jesus
uh,
Christ.
but then I'm just like, she she just did congratulations, didn't she? Oh my gosh!
Well, if she said congratulations, that would have been too long, and two, it would have
Congratulations was perfect.
yeah, but in feather, it would have sounded way too close.
Yeah,
Oh my
and
god, could
then
this show get
that
any more awesome?
And then you get that isn't friendship magic, and I can imagine
Ah,
Peter
she
Griffin
said it. She
playing.
said it.
She said it. Oh
And somewhere
gosh.
Discord was just reading a newspaper, lifted his head up, looked around, and was like, "What the hell?" Then just went back to reading. Oh,
Somewhere in the
jeez.
continuity. No, no. I felt a disturbance in the force.
There's a disturbance in the force. Like
Anyway.
like a hundred like 100,000 voices were all screaming out in glee, and then were laughing their asses off.
Yes.
So Rarity debuts Hotel Chic at the fashion fair. That's not what it's called,
After the
but
main six freaking work all night.
yeah, without even a thank you. Twilight's just like, "You're welcome."
Yeah, because she's just like, finally it's done. Grab the magic, grab out the door.
Finally, the main
Good.
six are
Yeah.
done with Rarity's chores.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, she goes, what was it called? Hotel what?
Just call it Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah, pretty much. So honestly,
Or the one that Kevin McAllister stayed at in Home Alone 2.
here's my question though. My question is, we have photo finish, um
And
Sapphire Shores
Sapphire Shores.
and Hoity Toity in there.
And his
Why,
trophy
why,
wife.
why isn't Hoity Toity saying, "Oh, those are the awful, most awful things that has everything except the kitchen sink"? Because those look exactly like the ones that they used for the main six at the beginning of Suited for Success. Only one of them looked good, which was the one where it looked like the kind of like a bellhop mixed with a hotel curtain.
Yeah, I could see that.
But then the other one is just like the other one is the one with the freaking keys all around it, like the key necklace. I'm just like, that's just going too far, man.
Yeah, and one was like a soap necklace, I think.
Yeah, what was up with that?
What was up with that was that
At
dude
least put
get
one
a
of the at least put one of the diamonds that you've been giving to that bellhop. Take one back from him and stick it in there.
what's up,
You
John,
know.
is that ghetto improvisation is now fabulous. You don't have ghettos in Wisconsin, do you?
Mm, um, sort of. We have I've been to some places where it can be as bad as bullets nearly missing your face at times.
We have Bakersfield, Fresno, Stockton, and Compton, L.A., and San Francisco.
Okay, you have much worse than we do.
I said San Francisco because Hell's Angels are from there.
Yeah. Anyway,
So
so
Rarity's like, dude, I screwed up with my friends, man. I need to go find them. And
and
then
what was up with that rope? that like shimmered and it got her eyes all rainbowy.
That's what I don't get. What was that? Can we please? Could someone explain to me the rainbow pride rope?
McCarthy, we demand an explanation.
Thanks, McCarthy. You notice
Anyway,
how M.A. Larson hasn't wrote an episode yet?
he's actually as he I'm sorry to break the news to you, dude, but M.A.
What?
Larson didn't write this season at all. He was
No.
working on a ton of other stuff and they kept asking him if he could write an episode, but he was just too busy. I'm still waiting for that for freaking Amy Keaton Rogers to come back.
Well, yeah. What happened to her?
Yeah, she was gone for season 3 because she was working on Care Bears, and now she's back. But where is she? Where's her first episode this season?
Hey, we still have Meriwether Williams.
Wait, oh my gosh, what if Pinky Apple Pie is written by Amy Keating Rogers? That would be
That would
awesome.
be perfect.
Yes.
Oh, real
Anyway,
quick,
back to
this
this
episode was
episode.
written by my boy Dave Polsky.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Who I found
Faux
out wrote who
show.
I found out wrote Spike at Your Service.
And it's like humanity is lost, isn't it? Anyway,
Okay, we need to wrap this up. So
yes, we
so
do.
Rarity runs back to the hotel, realizes they aren't there, tips the bellhop 2 tiny jewel shards, runs back to the place where they're holding the fashion place for some reason, finds out that from what's her name, Evil Pony, that she lost, or
Hmm.
did she? And then the
And
but
this Coco Penil character, she is so cute. She really is. But we'll get to her in a minute.
Yeah. The main six turned out, holy crap, you were already there. And then Rarity's like, OMG. Oh, Rarity's, they tell her she lost. And then Rarity's basically said, you know what? I don't care. And I'm just like, I'm not even mad.
I'm just like,
My slow clap function still works.
so we have that.
So, and she's like, I already found a way to make it up to you guys. And I'm thinking, they're all going to get laid.
Oh gosh, dude.
But honestly, they would just get 2 extra hotel rooms and then just pair up.
Sorry, Snakeskin's been reading a little too many club fictions lately.
You ship the same pairings I do.
So that doesn't mean I ship them as a clopping kind of thing.
Why'd you have to bring clopping into this?
Uh, I ship them romantically, not cloppingly, I guess.
You're a liar. So
Anyway,
anyway, so she organized them to do the Mare in the Moon. No, not Mare in the Moon. The play again. God, Mare in the Moon. This is why we don't go this long.
and it's an extra performance from this play.
And then Rarity's like, I'm so sorry for being so awful. And then Applejack's like, yeah, you were pretty horrible.
And Dash is like, wow, I know your thing is honestly, but damn.
And I'm just like, I'm laughing, but I'm like, Applejack, don't sink the Rarajack ship. Don't
Yeah.
do it, bro.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Anyway, so they get that extra play or the extra performance in, and then it's kind of hinted at that Rarity might be having to leave the show for a little bit.
Oh, I know, I
And I'm
was
just
so
like,
worried.
I was honestly like, if they take this in that direction, I'm like, huh,
That's big.
that's big, but that could also be cool, and it could also be like, oh my gosh, this train is going everywhere and it's not stopping, and I love it.
Train kept on rolling all night long. Yeah, and
Anyway,
Rarajack would
so
have realized she loved Rarity for a long time, but never got to tell her.
yep. Then anyway, we get this Coco Caniro. Did I really just say Coco Caniro? Miss Coco Puffs comes in and she's like, this is the trophy. They said that you probably could have lost by a forfeit if you didn't claim your prize. And then she gives Verity this gift, which is kind of interesting. And I love that Miss Coco is basically saying, I started to believe it myself that it was a dog eat dog world out there, that it was a real Shark Tank out there. And she apologized, and I'm like, wait, I want to see more of this character. She has so much depth in such little time.
I know.
Give us more. So anyway, then we get the lesson at the end where it's basically like, your generosity can really nip you in the bud, and you kind of have to be careful with that. Um, but you shouldn't let your generosity backfire on your friends, which is really good. And then they open the gift, and it's a rainbow spool. Now, new headcanon. Do you think that could be the first key?
That's what I thought. It's totally plausible. We have done nothing with that chest yet.
Now, here's my question. If that's the case, especially because Megan, said, "What's up with that spool of thread?" Um, by the way, that could be another Sound of Music reference with the so
Megan
beautiful
McCarthy
thread.
is not to be
Anyway,
trusted.
anyway, does that mean all the other ones, like all the other ones, weren't just Deus Ex Machinas at the end or whatever? Shadow Pony could be a key, and Fluttershy's Fang could be a key. That I know that's just wild speculations at
I
this
want
point.
Fluttershy to have awesome bat powers.
Yes, totally. So yeah, that is our review of Rarity Takes
And
Manhattan.
honestly, can you see why I would give it the first 10 of this season?
Yeah, I will respect your score.
Worth it. Awesome episode. Love it.
So
It
10
was
out of 10 for you.
10 out of 10, buddy. I mean, obviously, it had its little things, but you know what? The sheer awesomeness of the episode made up for any small shortcomings there may or may not have been for me. So, yeah, 10 out of Diaz.
Well, I would have given this episode a low score, but the fact is, I've had too much darn fun with this review. My gosh.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to give this a 6 out of 10.
A
Um,
6.
it it was an okay episode. Like I said, Rarity isn't one of my favorite characters, and honestly, they really heavy-handed her generosity in this episode. So I can't. Those two faults are just too big for me at this point. So it was still an enjoyable episode, just not one of my favorites.
Yeah, I guess I could see that.
So yeah, so that's our review, and geez, we're on almost freaking 40 minutes here. We need to
Good
head
night,
off.
everybody.
Good night, everybody. Adios.